Hey y'all, it's me, Fledge, back at it again with yet another discussion I already know because I'm the baddest. What? What am I, bitch? The baddest trans bitch on YouTube, and that is of the period silent. This is going to be my fourth video this month so far. Well, not fourth video this month, but my fourth video of my marathon of the DL series. Because, baby, when I tell you I'm really trying to go and get rid of all these story times, girl. But one thing I'm not going to do is repeat tell story times, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to tell y'all a story time about me having sex with somebody doing it the same way I do with somebody else. Because it's like, it really proves no point. It doesn't make a difference. Keep on telling y'all about different people that I'm having sex with when there's really like nothing interesting about it. Y'all just fucking, like, what's interesting about that? There was no lesson behind it. There was no like actual story time. Like, a story time is an experience. Somebody having sex with you or you having sex with somebody is not an experience, if that makes sense. So, without further ado, I'm not going to drag this out too long. I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. And if you guys love my gorgeous face, obviously, make sure you guys share with your friends, your family, your first, all five. And let's get right to this video. So, before we actually do all of that, y'all, I just want to say thank you so much to, I think her name is Jai Cashmere. She was the first person to comment Montezuma because that's my best friend, girl. I don't go anywhere without her. Now, if I have to substitute her because I'm hanging out with my other friends, then okay. But mainly, that's my best bitch. That's one way to make me happy, bitch. Get me some Montezuma, girl. We will be friends for life. So anyways, you guys, so this story time takes place in February on Valentine's Day. So I was sitting in my room with my feet up, watching ridiculousness with the damn cat, as you guys should already know. And I was just like, damn, like this is a day full of love. Everybody's like, hanging out with their little boo things, they true things, their little besties, their little sneaky links, their little friends with benefits, their little girlfriends, their little boyfriends, their little sister wives, mistresses, all that stuff. And I'm just like, damn, bitch, like I'm seeing everybody getting all these cute little rose baskets and gifts. A bitch was getting a little jealous because why can't I find no love like that? Oh, girl, I gotta feel something gonna say because you out here, you being a hoe. First of all, bitch, that is past. This is present. Past story times are not my life now. So let's not do too much, honey. Clock that, but look at see. Just because that's what you doing and you ain't getting paid for it, don't mean that's what I'm doing and I'm broke. I was doing my daily scroll. Nothing too much was going on at this very moment. The sun has went in again. So there wasn't much going on at this very moment. I was really like trying to link with nobody per se, but I had like I had a specific person in mind on who I wanted to link with. So no, it wasn't no doggone Chris, girl. No, it wasn't one named Jameson. It wasn't either one of them. I wanted to link up with this other guy, and I'm not gonna tell y'all a story about him yet. But I wanted to link up with him, and he was busy with his baby mother. They're not together, but they're doing stuff together because it's Valentine's Day. Whatever. Because one thing I've learned is that men are never gonna leave their baby mothers alone. Never. And baby mothers are never gonna leave their baby fathers alone. So, I was like, damn, like I'm kind of bummed out because he told me he couldn't do anything because of that. So I'm like, all right, well, let me try to see if there's anybody else that could possibly, like, want to get down with the get down because, the get down is always trying to, what? Get the fuck down. So I happened to check my message log and whatnot, right? And I see that this boy had texted me. Now, for the sake of the story, I'm going to call this boy Noah. I don't know where Noah came from, but he looks like his name could have been like possibly Noah. So he just texted me, letting me know that he wanted to link up, right? And he wanted us to like kind of like take shots together. And I said, okay, cool. So fast forward, right? We had devised a plan to link up. And I told him like, I would like for us to link up around like maybe like 5 or 6-ish. So he ended up hitting me up a little while after that and saying like, hey, how about we change the time to like 7? I'm like, look, man, now I done already took like 4 or 5 shots, but you blowing my motherfucking high. Well, not high, but like, this time, like not an actual full high, but you're blowing my high. And he was like, my bad. I'm like, all right, now, you pushing it, so let's do 7. Me and, what's his name, girl? I'm gonna say his real name. Me and Noah, or Noah, however you want to put it, we had linked up before in the past, like I mentioned in the beginning. Very, like, cute guy. He had this cute little truck, girl, this jet black little trunk. He was like this little short, light skinned thing with like this little neck length locks. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm not saying anything else because I don't know who the fuck watches me. He pulled up one time, girl. He wanted me like give him the bop, girl, and toss the salad, child. So that's what I did, give him the bop, and toss that salad, girl. Cause he said he ain't never like, peanutted off of no bop. I'm like, oh bitch, that's a challenge. You should have never told my ass that. Girl, do you think he left that house and didn't have some remnants of in his pants? Cause girl, who you playing with? Girl, anyway, that was just like the short introduction of like how I met Noah, really, to be honest. So now we're going to bring in this other character that I have dealt with in the past and kind of like present times too. And we're gonna call him Quadre. That is not his real name. Nowhere near that man's real name. I don't even know what his real name is, to be honest with you. So I was on Grindr, and if the girls don't know what Grindr is, some of y'all should know what Grindr is. But Grindr is originally for like the gay boys, but as of late, I've seen a lot of biological women on Grindr. And they're having threesomes with these gay men, these femboys, and these trans girls, watching their boyfriends get plowed down, getting plowed down, or being plowed down by both the boyfriend and the alternative partner. And it just gagged me because all these bitches out here be so fucking homophobic, but these hoes know damn well they would love to have a chick with tits and a penis. So please stop trying to play like you don't fuck with us, bitch, because you be fucking us. And we be fucking y'all too. Quadre is this dark-skinned dude, like a little bit taller than me. He's probably like 5'8", 5'9". I'm like straight flat, like 5'5". Quadre, like I said, dark-skinned guy, about like 5'8", 5'9". I'm 5'5", flat, with like a couple of like centimeters or whatever that bullshit is. It's like extra little add-ons to it. So, I'm pretty sure he's pretty tall. He's not attractive to me, but from what I've experienced, he's like very much so like verse, right? So one day he came to my house, whatever it is, girl, we linked up for the first time. He gave me the bop, whatever it is, because I had been kind of like ducking him, dodging him, because I really didn't want to link up with him because he just was not my type, right? So one day I finally gave him the opportunity to link up with me and let's have like a little good time. So he came on over, jumped in my window and stuff like that, girl. So then friend snatched his pants off, child. And he had on this G-string thong. I was like, hold up, So he snatched his sweatpants off and I saw the thong. I was like, oh. So long story short, crunch, munch. Deal we did. Boo. Yeah, whatever. So that was it. So now we're going to fast forward to this story time, right, bitch? So, like I said, bored, whatever, and old boy hit me up. So he was taking too long, and Quadre hit me up. So now we're back on track with the story. So Quadre was like, what you got planned on today? I'm like, nothing, but I'm just gonna sit in the house, I guess, because like, it's not really much else for me to do. Like, I was gonna have a link up, but the guy's taking too long. He was like, oh, well, I wanted to know if you kind of wanted to, give me some of, I was like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't mind whooping you. He was like, okay, so like, what time you think you're gonna be ready? I said, well, give me until like, I wanna say maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2, but at the least 45. He was like, okay, cool, like I can wait on that. I said, all right. So he asked me what the address was. I sent him the address, right? So I'm in the bathroom, getting myself all together, getting myself cute, shaved, whatever it is, douched out, got myself smelling real cute, smelling real good. At this point in time, y'all, I had this jet black middle part quick weave that was 28 inches, that was so fabulous, by the way. So fucking fabulous. I had on this black dress, the cute little like bandages on there. I've worn that dress on here before, but if y'all don't remember, I have like a video I think they put up in here from like way back in the day, but that's the dress that I had on. Around this time, y'all, it's around like give or take like maybe like 6 or 7, right? Around like 6 or 7. So he's getting ready to pull us to the house. Mind you, he has the Uber. Now, I never made it a mission to ask if Quadre had a girlfriend or if Noah had a girlfriend. Never made it a mission to ask that because what you don't know will hurt you. And then also, I really don't care about that because it's not my personal like business. to be asking that. I'm just here for a peanut, and so are you. And that's that on that. Now, if I'm aware that you do have a girlfriend, then I might be like, because bitches are crazy. So I asked Quadre, I'm like, hey, so I got a question to ask you. He was like, yeah. I was like, so how would you feel about me having a triple threat with you and another guy? He was like, is he femme or something like that? I'm like, no, he's not femme at all. Like, he's just a regular, like, masculine guy. But how would you feel about that? He was like, oh, like, I wouldn't be bothered with it. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, does he top? I was like, yeah, he tops. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So I hit up Noah and I was like, hey, like, my friend at the house, he wants to be like penetrated by the both of us. Like, how do you feel about that? He was like, you got a picture of him? I was like, he doesn't feel comfortable like sending photos and stuff like that. He was like, okay, like, so like, what does he do? I was like, well, he bottoms for me. And he wanted to know if you wanted to like, like penetrate him with me or whatever, right? So he was like I'm down with it, whatever it is. He was like, what's the addy again? Just the address again, right? So in the midst of that, damn. So after I sent him that text and he said he was on his way, talking about Noah, Quadre was like, well, to be honest with you, I kind of don't feel comfortable like with like, no dude like, hunching on me. I was like, okay, so that's fine. So I ended up texting Noah and I was like, hey, to be honest with you, he said that he's not comfortable with like you penetrating him. So would you be down to just watch me like hunch him in front of you? He was like, yeah, so I'm not getting a piece of you. I'm like, hold on. What do you mean by that? He was like, you know what I mean. I'm like, no, I know what that means. Because, girl, that could have been that you want to get down too. You wanted to be on that bed, face down, booty up in the air, girl, and getting your back blown out. Like, that could have been a whole bunch of things. So what you mean by that? Because with me, I'm going to be specifics type of bitch. I'm not going to assume I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to fuck around and get my fucking feelings hurt assuming that this is what you're trying to do and that's not what you're trying to do when you get there. So he was saying how, he wanted to, like, me. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I was telling him, like, well, I douched out, but I'm not sure if I'm, like, completely douched out or not, like, pristinely douched out. I'm not sure. And he was like, okay, cool, whatever. So fast forward, right? Me and Quadre, and I'm gonna just start saying Quad, y'all. So me and Quad and I, we're sitting at the house, girl. We're waiting on Noah. It is taking Noah so long, y'all. Like, so fucking long to get to this damn house, girl. So I'm like, you know what? At this point, Quad, you already here. Let's go and do what we need to do. So Quad done took his little shirt off, took his little pants off and whatnot, girl. He's sitting on the bed, butt naked, whatever, girl. And his cute little thong. He had this little blue butterfly G-string on. And I was like, okay, this underwear is cute. So he lay on the bed, girl. And he gets giving me like the bop or whatever, right? I'm like, okay, this is cute, period. So I'm gonna say it was around like maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, something like that. My phone started ringing. So I answered my phone. I'm like, hello, guess who it is? Noah. So Noah's like, hey, I'm outside. I'm just now pulling up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go ahead on and I jump out my cute little window. I told Quad to like sit there and wait. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna jump out my window, go up there to the front, go grab and bring Noah, back into my room. So we jump in through the window, blah, 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 right? So once Noah gets in, I said, Noah, this is Quad, this is Noah. So Noah was like, what's up? And then Quad was like, what's up? Quad get on the bed, doggy style. And then, Noah is on the bed in doggy style too, right? So y'all already know what time it was for me. Two boys with some nice booties in my face. And they masculine, bitch. Girl, I was tearing them cakes down, bitch. And I was 1, 2, 3, 4. It was so much fun, girl. The poke and the prod and the thumbs and oh my gosh, girl, I had so much fun, girl. All of a sudden, Noah, he turns and then he like lays down on his side, right? Kind of, sort of, not really, like kind of like when his like leg propped up on the bed and one leg on the floor, kind of like so his booty was still like up in the air, or whatever, right? So I can still eat his ass, or whatever, right? So he's like, have you ever had your sucked by a dude before?
What was that?
Now let me tell y'all a little bit something about Noah. Noah has never given me the bop bop. never given me no types of bops. The first time we met, I was bopping him. So I'm like, when the fuck you start sucking, bitch? Girl, these niggas are gay. Oh my god, like these niggas are gay, honey. So the dude was like, no, I ain't never had somebody do it before. So he was like, would you like to try it? And then Quad looked at him and he looked at me. I'm looking at Quad and I'm like, do your shit. Because bitch, what I was gonna do was stand back and watch. And girl, when I tell you Noah got on that man and he started washing his dishes. He started washing his dishes. And that man knew how to scrub, how to put the towel inside the cup, how to wash around the rim, how to wash around the whole entire outside of the cup, the bottom of the cup, girl. I was like, hold on now, who the hell this dick sucking mouth is? Cause I ain't never known you to be like this. Girl, mind you, he came in and took a shot. But I'm like, that one shot got you being like this? Girl, that gagged me so bad, y'all. Cause I did not know that no one knew how to do it. I was shook. Cause then on top of that, you never did that to me. So what was wrong with what was wrong with this? You want, girl, these niggas are gay, honey. You wanted some man, honey. You wanted some man, me girl. After he's like done giving him the bop and stuff, right? You know, he's giving him the bop. I'm sitting back watching. He turns around and looks at me. He waves his head over like this, right? So we started giving Quadre the bop together. This right here is my type of shit. So girl, we giving him the bop together. You know, I'm at the top, you know, the little top part of the cup, you know, around the rim, and then he's been at the bottom of the cup, washing the bottom of the cup and stuff like that. Girl, he done put, you know, the bottom of the cup in his mouth and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, like when you start knowing how to do all this. So girl, he gets back up to the top where the top of the cup is. Girl, we done started like kissing a little bit. I said, oh my god, that is so freaky. So girl, after we do all that stuff, right, girl? So I tell, you know, because that was turning me on a little bit too much, girl. Like I started like, my faucet started leaking. It was so like y'all, it was so hot. It was hot, like y'all. That was some hot ass shit, y'all. So then Quad, he done got up, turned over and like, you know, got in doggy style, right? Girl, why is Noah eating this man's salad? I'm like, this is hot. This is hot. So he started eating his salad and stuff, right? So that he gonna eat his salad. Noah lays back on the bed, like on his back, whatever, right? You know, and you know, he got his little friend sticking out, like his friend is stiff. Normally during during triple threats with the same sex. I mean, all of us technically are the same sex, but masculine men. It was so funny because a lot of these dudes don't even get like stiff. Noah was stiff, like hard, veiny, like you couldn't even, like it didn't, like it was like poking. Like if you were to tap it to try to like put it back down, it would like ricochet back up. Like it was crazy, girl. So guess what Quad started doing, girl? Quad got some munching on that man while I'm tossing this salad, bitch. After a while, I asked Quad, I said, you ready for some, you know, some private area? He was like, yeah, I'm ready for some private area. So girl, Quad, the bent over, the goddamn little on his 1s, 2s, 3s, and his 4s. And honey, I got to pat my little, you know, my little, what's my Bible on him and whatnot, girl, because I be trying to be too explicit because YouTube will snatch my coin. Girl, I got to pat my little friend up on it, what's called, girl. Started like kind of like groping it a little bit. I think I can use that word. When you just rubbing it up against the, you know. So that's what I'm doing, right? So as I'm doing that, you know, friend flips around and asks me, do I have any condominiums? Now, I went in here like without one before in the past, but I don't mind you, like whatever you're telling me to wear one for, I'm going to put one on. Because at least you give a fuck about me enough to warn me ahead of time before, you know. So that was respectful. So I was like, yeah, I got plenty. So he asked me to put one on. So I grabbed my little condominium, girl, and then Noah, he reached in my bag and he grabbed a condominium. I turned around looking at him like, what the fuck is you doing? Because girl, what you need is here. So girl, after that, tell me why. Tell me why. In the words of Simone, tell me why. Tell me why. This man thought he was about to put his thingamabob inside of Quad. Quadre must have turned around and looked, and I grabbed. Like when I say I grabbed, I turned around out of the grabs. What's his name? Noah, and I pushed him out the way. Not hard, but I moved him out the way. I was like, because Quad already said he wasn't comfortable with that. So why would you come over here and think you was gonna do that? But you get what I'm saying though. Because like for you to be damn. For you to be straight, you were so ready to run up in this dude. That is so wild to me. Like I said, girl, these boys are gay out here. Like, oh my God. So after that, I told him, So, because first of all, one, that's my booty. So, okay, you ain't gonna be running up in that. So, girl, I get behind Quad and I slide myself on there, Quad, whatever, girl. And I get to beating Quad's cheeks up or whatever, right? While what's his name, Noah, is standing right there. So then Noah, he done got himself all spruced up and whatnot, all hype and hot and bothered. And he done put himself beside me too. So it's like, I'm like the Oreo. Like we're having like a cookie. We're having like a cookie moment. I'm the filling. And the other one's like the bottom crust. And then he's the top crust. So we doing our thing, whatever it is, girl. I'm feeling good from the front and front of that, girl. He macaroni and some pie, and that's a wet. Me, I macaroni and some pie, and that's a wet. And girl, next thing I knew, friend just started popping the filling out of his Twinkie. I said, oh, well, that was quick. Because, girl, you just put yourself, like, how'd that happen so fast, girl? Like, I was like, damn, like, that happened quite fast. He's like, yeah, I already had, like, poo-pooed. I'm like, well, good, because he poo-pooed in the condominium inside me. I'm like, oh, yes, respectful me, and I love the respect. So, after that, I let friend, out my window, whatever it is, he jumps on out, girl, and then he leaves. So now it's just me and Quadre and I in my room. So the music's blasting, girl. I done took like 2-3 more shots. He asked me, could he take a shot this time around? I was like, hell yeah. I gave friend a shot. He's like, ooh, that shit's strong. I know, girl. Because only the best friend's supposed to be taking a shot of the best friend. You're not her friend. She don't know you. She don't know nothing about you. So yeah, it's gonna burn a little bit. All of a sudden, I get this loud bang on my door. I'm like, hold on, wait. I said, you can't come in. So y'all, my older sister, Demia, she's like, Demarius? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I need to talk to you about something. I'm like, okay. So girl, I kind of like, peeked my head out my room. Because I put my robe on now. I peeked my head out my room. I'm like, girl, what's going on? She was like, Demarius, that boy's girlfriend just pulled up to the house. I'm like, what, bitch? She said this boy's girlfriend just pulled up to the house because she followed him here. I'm like, wait a damn minute. Because I may not have asked if you had a girlfriend or something like that, but it would have been nice to know that you did. Because for somebody to pull up to my home where I lay my head with me being unaware that you exist is a problem. I don't ever want my sanctuary to be robbed of its purity because you are an ignorant son of a bitch. We don't have time for that. You're a lustful son of a bitch on top of that. We ain't got time for that. So I said, are you serious? She was like, yeah. She was like, do you know anybody by the name of Noah, right? So the Neil was like, no, I don't know anybody by the name of Noah or nothing like that. She was like, okay, well, I was following his location on his iPhone. You idiot. Who? You going to link up and I'll turn your iPhones be snitching? And niggas are stupid. Men are stupid. Why would you have your location turned on and you're going to go sneak out on your girl? That's why they never can catch women cheating. Because girl, one thing about it, us girls, we gonna cover our motherfucking tracks because we the ones that wear weave, okay? Brazilian and Eurasian. Let's not. I was like, now hold the fuck up, because who the hell's girlfriend was it? So I go into my room and I ended up asking the dude, because my job, I know now whose girlfriend it was, but I was drunk then, so I didn't know whose girlfriend it was. My sister just told me somebody's girlfriend pulled up to the house. So, girl, I done went in that room, I slammed my door, and I said, do you have a girlfriend? He was like, well, Quad was like, well, yeah, I have a girlfriend, but she don't have my location. Like my location's turned off. I said, are you sure? He was like, yeah. I said, please do not be sitting here lying to me and saying that this girl don't know your location and you got your location on. He said, I can show you, I can show you. So Quadre put out his phone and he showed me his location was off. I said, oh, so it was old boy who just left from here, whose location was still on, whose girlfriend followed him here. That's who it was. So I hit him up, not even 5 minutes after that. I said, hey, yo, your girlfriend put it to my house. And that was the last I ever heard from him. Well, this is the lesson that I learned from that. One, always ask information. Please never not ask anything because you don't want to or you don't want to be in nobody's business. Because sometimes some shit you need to fucking know. I need to know if you have kids. I need to know if you have a girlfriend. I need to know if you have a wife. Just like I need to know if you have STDs. I need to know these things. I need to know these things because you're not going to give a fuck enough to tell me if I don't fucking ask. Because I mean, sometimes some information should be volunteered, but I mean, if you're trying to cover up your tracks or whatever, why the fuck you got your location on, bitch? Basically, y'all, that brings so is the story time. Oh, my nose is stopping up again. Fuck. Imagine if my sister didn't live there, and I was the only one that lived there, and I answered that door, and that girl asked me, was her man there? And I told her ass no. Girl, that bitch could have shot me up, stabbed me, or fought me. She wasn't gonna win. But, you know, she could have did XYZ 1, 2, and a motherfucking 3. I said, this is some crazy shit. Dudes are literally going off on the women out here in this world and not telling nobody about their secret endeavors. So basically, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. I'll never see it. Please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm finna cough, y'all. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for videos like this one. And I will be back at it again with yet another DL story time because I told you badass bitches the whole month y'all getting DL story time. What about it? Girl, anyway. So thank you all for tuning in and I will catch you badass bitches in my next one. Bye, bitches.